Hey y'all, it's me Steve, Little Age of Adventures, back out again today. Gonna go back down here and hunt this old dead road again. Uh, Maybe this time I can get some video out that will actually take. I don't know why, but this thing keeps cutting itself off. Um, I don't know if I've got too big a memory card for it or what, but sometimes I have to do the same video 2 or 3 times, but I have to really pay attention and watch to see if the video shuts off. So I'm getting ready to head on down. I'm gonna walk way on down the path now. If you'll hang on a second, I'm gonna turn you all around. I'm gonna walk way on down this path and start at the other end of the road and then work my way back to the truck. It's the best way I can figure to do it. So that when I am tired, I only have to make that trip once, through the woods. I can walk the easy road down and then come back up. But I'm kind of curious to see what this section of the road's going to hold for me. I found quite a bit of stuff, but in that last section, horseshoes and stuff, a lot of old big metal, but I'll see what this side of it's going to hold for me, and hopefully we can have some good finds today. I'd love to find some old coins. See, right there's that old road. I'm looking at it right now. It's just right through there, but it's really obvious that that's what this is. This road was built, the way I'm understanding it, this road was built in, well, look here. There's some horseshoes right there. There's been some horses down through here. But it was built like in late 1790 something. And it was in use all the way up to like 1830s or 1840s, I think. But then they come through and they cut this gravel road, and which is really at the top of the ridge. And but back in those days, they pretty much had to run a road just about wherever they could. They didn't have the equipment to cut into the hills like they do now. Yeah, see right there's part of that road. Yep, right there. That's a big section of it right there. Sure as heck is. See there? You see down through there? Walk down here, you'll see it better. Oh, my legs are really, yeah, you see that? That's the old road bed going down through there, coming up through here. And I still think parts of this road, the new road is part of the old road. Like right through here. I think this right through here was part of the old road. Yeah, I sure do. Yep. There's another old graveyard down here. But huh. Okay, this is kind of funny. I wonder if this is all part of the old road right here. It'd almost have to be. With the way that road come up, unless it crosses over the road over here somewhere. And I don't see it. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk down a little further and see if I can pick up any more of the old road bed past that. That really ain't making no sense. Unless this is still the old road. I don't know. Some of that in there looks like it could be. All right, y'all, let me get back to you, and when I figure it out, I'll let you know. Okay, y'all, it does cross over. We're heading this way, but if it crosses over to the left-hand side of the road, there's your first embankment. There's your second embankment. I don't know how that's transferring out in the video. Right here's your roadway. Right here is your roadway. And it crosses over and goes up that way. I just walked quite a ways up and didn't see this at first. And then as I was walking back, I caught it. So this will have to be another section of the road that I check later on. I'm gonna go back to that first section. But then this gravel road that's here now is actually part of the old road. It has to be. Ain't got any choice. But you see how the embankment goes up right there? And then you see how the embankment goes up right there? It's the valley. That's a valley where the old road used to be. Huh. Just down in through the years, it's just washed out. Eroded out. So, this will be another section I can check later. But I'm going to walk back down to that first section. And I'll pick you back up there. I'll see you in just a minute. Bye. Okay, y'all. I'm down here where the road cuts back in on the other side now. Well, I'm seeing some of the prettiest little red birds you ever did see in your life. These are not cardinals. These are just little bitty. These birds can't be that long. They're beautiful, whatever they are. But anyway, I'm going to get me a drink. Quite warm today, so I'm going to take my time. And, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to enjoy myself today. I hope you all are ready for a little longer video. I need to, oh gosh, I need to take a little bit of my pain medication. Because this is going to get long. Now, in case y'all wonder, I take everything with me. I could possibly need enough for at least a week if something was to happen to me out here in the woods. I've got all the medications I need. I've got cell phone. I've got GPS. I've got everything you can imagine on me in my backpack here. I've got the means to make a shelter. Well, a lean-to. I've got the means to build fire and just do about whatever I need to do. But I'm born and raised in these woods, so I pretty well know what to expect and what not to. I'll tell you what, it's so beautiful out here. I've been laid up in the house the last 4 days, 5 days now. Just ain't felt good. And like I said, I can only do it so long. Man, this old boy's got to get up. I can't just lay down and quit. I mean, it's just not in me. But like I was saying, okay, now this road goes right straight through there. And then as I was walking back up that way, hang on, let me straighten y'all up. There we go. Now, as I was walking back up that way, this is still part of the old road right here. And I'll save all this for another day, but then it cuts back across the road and goes to the other side over here. And I didn't know it did that until just now. So that's really cool. I'll be able to follow that. And I'm hoping that it cuts more way to the left so that what I'm trying to find is the old home sites on this road, is what I'm trying to find. And I mean, in the road itself, you're probably not going to find a whole lot except horseshoes, steel, stuff like that. But if I can find these old home sites where they were located at, then I stand a good chance of finding some silver coins stuff. Indian head pennies, you know, large cents or anything else. Because they were here. I mean, they had them here back in the day. And they're just hard to find. You got to really hunt and search and research and find them. I mean, They ain't just gonna jump out at you here. You know, this ain't like out east where them old boys out there, heck, they just about kick the ground and kick up a large cent, you know. And any head pennies seem to fall out of the sky over there. And out here, uh, now we do get silver coins, yeah. And I've been very blessed to get 2 gold coins in the last 2 years. So, and I'm very blessed to have done that. But and them did not come easy. I still had to research those. And one of them was my wife's old hunting or camping spot at 9 Day. And something just told me that when she said she had lost her it was a coin ring. And I didn't find the ring, but I found the coin, which is really, really good. I had her to identify it. I said, "What's it look like?" She told me what it looked like. I said, "Well, I found your coin." She about fell over backwards when I told her I'd found it. She thought it was gone for good. So we're gonna get another ring and put it in, and I'll put it back on her finger. So she thought maybe her ex-husband or one of the girls had taken it, and just didn't say and lost it, and just didn't say nothing. But anyway, all right, folks. As soon as I got something decent to show you, I'll let you know. I'll see you in just a little bit. Bye. All right, y'all. I think I found a home site right here. Hang on, I'll turn you around. Okay. You see all this flattened up area up here? There's a lot of metal in this ground right here. So let's see what we got. I've already found and located one target right over here. And see what I can find. '82, '83. Little tree root. Yeah, man. There's massive tree roots in here. Getting close to it. I heard something in. Was there another root? Nope. Please don't be a freaking beer 10 feet under. lily roots in here. Yeah, I'm right on it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a piece of iron. And it's a big piece of iron. Man, I don't know what that is. There's a big sucker. Ooh, it goes under a root that's quite large. Two of them, as a matter of fact. Big old whopping piece of metal, whatever it is. Hope that camera's doing shut off. Don't look like it did. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes right now. Oop. Oh, the hell is this? Huh. Well, I tell you what that looks like to me. That looks like something come off of, like some kind of saw. Look at that. It's got the angle blades. Huh. I don't know. I got one. Just so you all know, I do cover my holes. Okay. Well, that was a good warm up. Hopefully it'll be something better next time. Hey y'all, this is the next thing I just found. I don't live dig a lot because I am disabled and because of my cancer, I'm slow. So I'm sorry, I apologize. But now I know I'm either on an old barn site or I'm on an old home site. Because this is a latch, is what this is a lock latch. And this is the hinge. And what held this on was this old, there's a square nail in here. Ain't that cool? And the square nail goes from right there out to here. And that's it right there. That's the end of it right there. So yeah, this is quite old. It's just about gone. That's where your little lasp would have went through. And then your lock would have gone over it, or a pin, or whatever they used to lock it up. So I know I'm in the right area now. Yep. I'm either on an old home site or I'm on an old barn site. One of the two. There was activity here. That's why there's so much metal in this ground. Okay, y'all, I'll get back on just as soon as I find anything else. I need to take a break now. That's 2 targets in a row. All right, bye. Hey, y'all, it's me, Steve. All right, I think this is an old barn site. That's what I think this is. I don't think it's a home site, but I went ahead and marked it. And let me turn this around real quick. All right, you see that 1A on that? That is my marker for this site's 1A. This is a barn site, A for animal. I'll use H for home. I put it on the back side of the tree, okay? And I'm going to get a GPS marking, and then that way I'll know exactly where it's at, because I do want to hunt this. I really do. But this, I did find a foundation stone. It's right here. Right there. Yeah, it's right there. And I filled that all in. I dug all that out, and I dug quite a few pieces. As you can see, I dug quite a few pieces of big steel out of there. That's what makes me think. Now, the only thing that might convince me otherwise is this piece right here. It looks like part of the old black iron sewage pipe that they used to use back in the day. So, I mean, after a little more digging, I would probably say I'll know for sure, but my best guess right now, this ain't nothing but a barn site. But that's still pretty cool. That's still pretty cool, y'all. I like digging those as well. I mean, anywhere you had people occupying space, you know, is a good place to dig. And these old farmers, they spent most of their life down here in the barns, you know. My old lady, she spent most of her life in the barn. And there's a lot of stuff lost in barns. One of these days, my biggest hope is to find one of them big old weather vanes that everybody hunts for. I'd love to find one of them. But it's still fun to hunt. And you get to see what people were up to and doing. So, but it just amazes me that any of this is even really, you'd never know it was here unless you knew what to look for. And I'm just now learning how to read the signs and the vegetation and what to look for. And I'll be quite honest with you, if it wasn't from Charlie from Stealth Diggers talking about how they read the vegetation and the signs, and Henry Keebler, I still wouldn't know what to look for. But it's only because of them that I've learned that, you know, you really got to pay attention to what the ground's telling you. And that's how you find, you know, when you go look, that's how you find them, because most of the stuff is just long gone. The structures are not there no more. And you got to be able to read the ground. You got to be able to read the land to be able to find the old homesites. And I just happened to look up. I was getting ready to set up to go across the road, go in the old roadbed, and start walking down it to see if I couldn't find a homesite. And I just happened to look up. There was a nice flat space, and it had all these Easter lilies in here. Well, Easter lilies are around homes. So that led me to thinking that there could have been a home site. So I brought my detector up here, and there's a massive iron bed up here. Massive. All over. You can't put my coil down without hitting iron someplace. You know. Now, it's going to take me a few times of hunting this to really figure out what's here. There's several big signals, 80 signals up here. But my shovel that I've got now is not strong enough to go deep. So I'm going to have to bring a good shovel with me. I went lightweight today, y'all, because I'm not able to carry a whole lot at one time right now. I just ain't. They are really messing me around with this cancer. They're just not wanting to do right things. They're just not wanting to get me in for some reason. Where I was going to have to go up to St. Louis on the 4th, now they're doing a video conference because of this stupid coronavirus. I'm going to tell you what, I'm about half on the verge of suing somebody. My life is not something to play with, and they're playing with it. It's that simple. This is not an elective surgery, okay? They said they ain't doing nothing, they ain't life or death. Well, I hate to tell them this, but this is life or death. You know, that cancer metastasizes, I can't say it because of the way my jaw is, metastasizes to my bone, and I'm gone. I ain't going to come back from that, okay? I've done had prostate cancer 3 times, went through chemo and radiation 3 times, you know, so it scares me to death when they got to talking cancer again, especially since I'd been 7 years cancer-free. You know, didn't have no cancer. I'd been 7 years without it. Every one of my PSA counts come back just clean as a whistle. Anyway, I don't want to bore y'all with that. I'll get on them. Trust me. They'll either take care of me or they'll wish you had them. My family will live good for the rest of their lives. I'm telling you. Anyhow, I don't know what to think about what's going on right now with these riots. This is ridiculous. You know, I understand the death of a man like that and how that man died. That was wrong. Look, I'm an ex-deputy sheriff, and there ain't no law enforcement officer down here where I'm from that will agree with what that man done. They need to lock him up and put him under the jail. Either they need to let his family stand on his neck and he can't breathe until he dies. That's what they ought to do with somebody like that. That's ridiculous. And those other 3 officers standing around, knocking him off of him, that's bull. That's bull, y'all. But, now that all said, what they're doing to these cities is got to stop. That has got nothing to do, this looting and tearing up and frying squad cars and all that. No. That was to happen here where I live, I tell you what happened to you. You get shot. Plain and simple. We wouldn't tolerate it. Okay? And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's only happening in these Democrat cities. And most of the people doing that demonstrating, they're just peaceful demonstrating. But you got that Antifa and all them people going in there, all these, and it ain't just left wing, okay? There are some right wings in there too. Anti-police, you know, anti-government, anti-everything. They're called anarchists, is what they're called. And the more screwed up it is, the better they like it. okay? They think that the strongest should survive. They should be able to take what they want when they want it. Well, I'll tell you what, y'all. Come get it. You think you're big and bad enough to come and get it? Come get it. You're going to wish you hadn't. People are getting sick and tired. I've noticed, I tell you what, it's kind of funny because I noticed that on some of them reports where people were sitting out in front of their businesses with shotguns and rifles going, come on, mess with me. You ain't burning my place down. That's what happens when you start doing that. When the police can't protect you, you have a right to protect yourself. And see, that's what that Second Amendment's for, y'all. It's so that we can protect ourselves in times like this. Okay? What you got a bunch of millennial no-goods that's stayed in their mommy and daddy's basement way too long, and they got a lot of pent-up rage. Okay? They should have been kicked out of that basement a long time ago, made to get a job, go to work, and make something of themselves. But no, they've laid in there eating potato chips, drinking soda pop, playing Xbox. You know, it's ridiculous. They never worked a day in their life. And believe me, I know. I've got a friend of mine, he's got a son that's doing that. And his son's got about 15 of his friends in there with him doing it. And drives me up a wall. And I say something to him every time I see him. You know, I'm like, get a job, you lazy bums. You know, get out of here. Go do something with yourself. It's ridiculous. They'll go down in the basement, sit there and play some kind of strange game. Oh, ain't that beautiful? Look at that. Look at that sunlight coming through there. I hope that shows on the video. That is really beautiful, ain't it? Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox. It seems like any more I get on it every time I get on here. I'm going to shut off here, and I'm going to walk back up. If I don't find anything, any homestead on the way back up to where my truck's parked, and I'll just, when I get to the truck, I'll just cut in and do an ending video there. But it's been a fun day. I mean, I've gotten out here, I've dug the snot out of this place. I probably dug 15 holes right here just to figure out what it is, and I do think that it's a barn site. Now, I'm a firm believer that when you dig, you leave the place looking like you ain't never been there. It's that simple. It's not hard to do. It really isn't. You fill your holes back in, you cover it with the leaf brush. You know what I'm saying? Nobody will ever be able to know you've been there. The only thing that I leave knowing that I've been here is when I mark a place so I'll know what it is. And when I do this video, I've got a notepad that I'll write everything down on. And like the 1A, I'll mark it as to what road it is, where it was located, how far down from the side it was, you know. And then I will write down all the specifics about how this road cut back across the road. And I haven't looked that way yet. But anyway, I'm going to walk back down that other way, y'all. And when I get to the truck, if I don't find anything, I'll cut back in there and do an exit. All right? Y'all be good, and I'll see you in a little while. Bye. Okay, y'all. I'm back at the truck. That's quite the hike. That road is a lot longer than what I thought it was going to be. Even that other end down there goes forever. It's going to take me days to hike this. Especially slow as I am. Oh my goodness, this is a long road. Now I've got back down where it crosses over. From there, I've walked it all the way back up to here. And I didn't identify any more home places between here and there. This was a home place where I'm at, this campsite. Other than that, but I'm going to go on further down that way the next time I'm out here. I'm going to head out to be north. Be going north. The sun's getting ready to set in the west that way, and I'll be going that way, which means it's north. So, anyway, as Charlie would say, that's the compass brain. Anybody that's ever been spent time in the woods, they can pretty well tell you where they're at most of the time. It just seems to come natural, you know, especially if you spend a lot of time in the woods like I have, like they have. Give a special shout out to Charlie and them. You all doing a great job, Charlie. Keep it up, man. You're doing a really good job. I love that camp you're building. It's really nice. And to my subscribers, I'm going to ask you a favor of y'all. Would you please share and ask people to subscribe to my channel. I've been at this all a year, and I've only got 84 subs. I know my videos were rough at first, but they're better now. And so would you please help me to build this channel up? At least get me over 100 subs. I've earned that, I think. With everything I've gone through before I have this surgery, I'd like to have a couple hundred subs under my belt, so that I know when I come back, I've got somebody to listen. You know, now I'll say this much for the subs that I do have: they stay with me, and I appreciate you. So please help me. Share my videos, suggest me as a sub, and I'd appreciate it. But y'all, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm going to say adios, amigos, and be kind. Smile at somebody, okay? See a piece of trash, pick it up. Makes the world a much cleaner place. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody in need, give them a hand. Pay it. Just tell them to pay it forward. Don't ask them for anything. Just tell them to pay it forward. That's what we as Christians are supposed to do. God bless you. And you got to remember, God gave us this earth to enjoy, not to destroy. So help him take care of it, okay? And may God please bless the United States with some peace with these riots that's going on. Lord, I ask you that in Jesus' name, that you send a peace upon the United States. What happened to that man was wrong, but what these people and how they're reacting is just as wrong. There are other people dying now because of their riots, and I don't think that's what that black guy would wanted. I don't think anybody would have wanted. You know, there's justice coming. There will be justice coming. That's one thing I can say about President Trump. He is about justice. And he's done said that what happened was wrong. He wants it investigated. And he means it. Okay? That's one thing, good thing about our president. Anyway, y'all have a good night. God bless you. May the Lord bless your family and keep you all safe and sound. And I will see you on the next video.